Hello Libra, welcome to the channel. This is Asnointia here. For those of you who are returning, thank you so much for liking, sharing, and subscribing to the channel. And for those of you who are new, welcome. So this is a general love reading, and I'll be looking into the feelings and emotions of the person that you're connecting with on a romantic level, what it is that they are feeling and thinking towards you currently. Okay, boundaries for sure. There's a difference here between where you are and where they are. So I do channel through my higher self, and I don't use spirit or any other beings or entities. So just wanted to let you know. If the cards do fall out, I only picked the top card. However, if some of you are interested, what fell out right now was nourishment, wild woman, abundance, and pleasure. If some of you are interested in knowing which fell out. So typically I just pick the top card because I have experienced that the top card has the most amount of energy that's applicable to that situation. So there's no other being, for example, that's making them fall down. It's not my higher self because I just picked the top card. So we have here boundaries followed by creativity. Then we have surrender. So some of you may actually have gone through a situation. This could be a situationship. This could be literally a relationship. Could be a relationship that you've had in the past. For some of you, this could be simply an exchange of glances that you know there's something there, but no one's speaking up. Okay, we also have wisdom, followed by crossroads. Victim. Oh my. Yikes. Not so great. It's a sad card, victim. Somebody here feels like the victim. And then we have cycles. And energy under the bottom of the deck, the overall arching theme. All right. Libra, just going to go over these cards again. So we have boundaries, followed by creativity, surrender, love, wisdom, crossroads, victim, cycles, and then we have energy under the bottom of the deck, the overall arching theme. I'm going to express to you what it is that your person of interest is feeling towards you currently. My dear Libra, I understand right now that these boundaries that are up, at some point in time they were necessary. However, I really want to break down these boundaries now. I no longer want them to be up because I want to create something with you. Something that'll be beautiful, long-lasting for the world to see. There's certain things that I have thought in this connection, and I have wondered whether we even belong to each other. But now I realize that yes, we do. I feel that I belong to you and that you belong to me. I have surrendered my mind, my heart, and my body to you. And I do feel that in this connection there is a lot of love. This love that exists, it is pure, it's true, it's clean and unconditional. And this is unconditional love that I have for you. And I have grown wiser now. I am no longer the same as I used to be. I think of things differently. I look at the world differently. I look at you differently. And I myself have changed. I am no longer the same. Now I know better, and I will not repeat mistakes. I have learnt my lesson. I'm not the same person you knew once. And because of this life lesson, this wisdom that I've gained, I now wait at a crossroads. I know that I need to make a decision. I know I need to move on. And before I couldn't do that, I wasn't doing that. But now I realize that it is important to do such a thing. To make that decision, to choose that road, to make that choice. And I feel it's necessary because I have victimized you. I understand that everything that has happened has created this problem where you felt that I overindulged. I took advantage. I manipulated emotionally, sexually, psychologically manipulated. I overindulged. And at some point in time, there was a feeling of victimization in this connection. And that really shouldn't have happened. For this reason, I have started to obsess over this situation. I can't stop thinking about what happened and the way it happened. It keeps going on and on in my mind in a cycle. And I have realized now that you are this one person in my life who has been able to make me feel energized on so many levels. My chakras, they all come to life when I think about you. They start to turn. And this turning sometimes increases. It makes my heart skip a beat. You do make me feel very spiritual. And I do want to bring down these boundaries now. I believe it is time to do so. All right, Libra. So a lot has happened. It does appear that this person, there is definitely these boundaries, but for some of you, this is a general love reading, so it's not going to resonate with everybody. This is a situation where somebody was used and manipulated, felt as if they were used, misused. And what happened was that there was distance at some point, and now somebody has become wiser, and they know that, you know what I did was not right. So somebody here really does feel like the victim. And somebody here was used, they were manipulated, it was not good. But whatever happened, whoever did this to the other, perpetrator, they have now become wiser. They now know that that was not right. So that's huge. That realization needs to happen. This card only comes after, I've seen, after somebody has felt grief. You have to have the grief, then you heal, then you become wise. So this person has come a long way. You might not know this because there's distance. But this is what they're feeling on the inside. All right, let's have a look here. So we have here the Lover's Path Tarot. This is any obstacle that occurred in the first place that caused the problem. The Ten of Staves. Ooh, that's a big one. Oh boy, and then the Five of Staves. Oh my. So some of you might know the reasons why there was an issue in the first place in your connection. Others of you may never really have known why. So this is the general explanation. We have here the Ten of Staves. All right, the Ten of Staves here does talk about how this person was extremely overwhelmed with burdens and with responsibilities. They had taken on too much. They had become at some point even successful with a lot of people relying on them. But then what happened was they started to become overwhelmed with responsibilities to the point where it became a burden on them. And when responsibilities are there and when it's a burden, what happens? They're focusing their attention on something else, on those responsibilities. For that reason, they could not focus on you. They wanted to, but they couldn't, because they had their focus and attention somewhere else. All right, we also have here the Five of Staves. With the Five of Staves, we have how this person wanted to move on beyond petty concerns and arguments, worries, and wanting to understand what's really important. This talks about how there is a sense of conflict in this connection, competition, ego-oriented competition, maybe between the both of you or between two people, two opposing people. So one person that has two people that have a crush on them, basically. Two ego, people that have two egos. So this is here in the image you can see there's one woman and there's two men. So it does talk about competition between one person and two other people. So for some of you that might resonate. For others of you, it literally could just be a whole bunch of people that are causing problems in this connection. But it's related to ego. You know, I say this because I've done this, so I think that you should listen to me. That's the type of ego-oriented competition. Losing sight of what's really important because of petty disagreements. What they want to do now is move beyond these petty concerns and these disagreements to understand finally what's really important. And they want to unify these forces. Okay. That is something that happened. So there was ego and there was burdens. There was a lot of things that this person just didn't want to change because they could not change. All right, so we have here the Beginner's Tarot deck. Let's have a look. The Hierophant. Followed by the Eight of Swords. Interesting. Against, once again, tied up. Not having freedom. Burdened. Then we have the Nine of Cups. Really nice. Then we have the Seven of Pentacles. And then we have the Queen of Wands. All right, so the Hierophant here talks about how this person definitely wants to commit to you. There's no doubt about that. They do want to commit. I see that here. However, they want to do things the right way. They may have been keeping distance from you because of the toxic relationship that you had, and so they actually at this point feel kind of proud of themselves because they've been able to restrain themselves and keep themselves away from you. Hence the boundaries. Now, we also have, with this card, this understanding, this feeling that exists where they want to do things, but they want to do things the right way. And by doing things the right way, it means conforming to society, doing what it is that society says is right, doing things that have always been done in society, traditionally. So this person really does want to have the world respect you as well as respect them. but they will only make a move once they see that everything has become in line. They have to have everything aligned. Now we have here also the Eight of Swords. With the Eight of Swords card, this does talk about how in this connection, there is this feeling that this person has, this is not you, this person is in a situation where it could be third party. There could be somebody in their life who restricts them or who watches them, and that is very common for any spouse or partner. That's normal. So they feel very much like, over here it shows that this person's blindfolded, so they can't see things, they can't hear things. They're tied up, their hands, their arms, their legs. They're surrounded by swords. There's a boundary there. They can't go beyond that. They're restricted. And somebody in the distance is watching them like a hawk. So any type of freedom this person doesn't have. They are truly being restricted by internal and external forces. Now we also have here a sense of burdens, restrictions, and constraints. This person feels with the Nine of Cups that whatever they have wished for, they now know what exactly they want, and you are their wish come true. They're actually wanting you in their life. You are what they wish for. And this is the Nine of Cups. It's a Cups card. It's beautiful. It's a lot of emotion. They have come to this realization. Even though there's restrictions, they just feel like they really, really want you. And then we have here the Seven of Pentacles. This person does feel that they will know it when they see it. They know a lot of time has gone by and that they have not been able to take that step forward. The reason why they haven't done that yet is because they don't know when to do it. They're actually waiting for the right time. When they feel that it's right, that's when they are going to make a move. Under the bottom of the deck, the overall arching theme we have here is the Queen of Wands. That talks about an individual who is yourself. This person thinks you are very, very sexually irresistible. They do feel that, sexually irresistible. And so with this feeling of being so irresistible, there is this understanding that you have this way of seducing the other person even though you're not trying. They feel very much pulled towards you. They're very infatuated with you as well. But they're very highly interested in being with you, like long term, because this is a very long-term card. And then we have the Wish card, but then we have two things here also. There are external forces here that are stopping the situation from occurring. And then this person is stuck in such a type of situation that they have to just wait and wonder and think, how do I do this? What should I do? With the Queen of Wands, this person does see you as somebody who is more spiritual in a way. You can instinctively see things and feel things. And this person admires that, and they do see this. But ultimately, this card does talk about the fact that you were hot as hell. This person does find you to be very sexy. It's honestly under the bottom of the deck, so they are surrounded by this cloud of just sex appeal. It's all around them. This is all you. However, they feel so restricted from whatever their tradition is. They could be, this is commitment. This is also a very traditional card. So they could be in a third party kind of situation where they know they can't be with you and it's against tradition. So, you know, there's a few storylines that are coming up out of these cards, but typically what it is somebody here is being restricted and constrained. There are constraints here. There are some barriers, and they want things to be done the right way, traditionally. They want things to be right. All right. Do I see them taking any action? Not right now. There's a whole lot of thinking, and there's a whole lot of waiting. Just give me one sec, guys. All right. So now I will be channeling Archangels Michael, Raphael, and Gabriel. I'm just going to do a quick prayer. Okay. Yikes. Okay, the way this fell out was we have here, there's something better. So some of you might be stuck in a situation where you think that this is the end-all be-all, but the angels here are telling you that there is going to be something better than what you are in right now, the type of connection, the type of problem that you're in. We also have here, within the next few months, something's going to happen. There's going to be something better coming up. However, it may be unlike something that you had thought that it would be. You have the word unlikely there. Wow. Then you have romance. So for some of you, this is a romance that will only stay in the 3D. This is a romance for some of you that may only stay in the 5D. Either way, this is a spiritually based romance. That is why it is so intense. You are either twin flames, soulmates, karmic partners, or maybe more. Aha, forgiveness is the key here. So somebody here may need to have a successful romantic relationship. Well, they may attain this, they may get to this, provided that there is a sense of forgiveness. So somebody here has to forgive somebody. Somebody's going to ask for an apology. Somebody's going to say sorry. Somebody's going to accept that apology. And that type of issue that was occurring between the both of you, that will eventually change. That friction will no longer be there. Here we also have, eventually, there's going to be success. There's going to be romance after there is forgiveness. But it's going to be unlike a situation that you had thought. It will be something better, or will be someone better in the next few months, followed by a lot of big happy changes for you. For some of you, I see you being with this person. For others of you, I see you finding another person, by the way. I see another person here as well. And that person is also going to be a spiritual connection as well. So watch out for that. Some of you might actually forgive this person, but you're still going to move on and you're going to find somebody else. Some of you are going to forgive this person and stay in this connection with this person. Eventually, I do see here there's going to be big, happy changes. So there's going to be changes. They're going to be big and you're going to be happy about it. And then we also have here, be assertive. So let this person know what you're comfortable with, what you're not comfortable with. Let them know what your boundaries are, and we have to keep healthy boundaries in order for the other person to respect us, to value us. If you let them get whatever it is they want, there is no value left. If somebody has so many diamonds, how valuable will a diamond seem to them anymore? It won't, because they just have so many, hundreds and hundreds of diamonds. If you had all that, would you feel that it's something that's rare? No, you wouldn't feel that it's rare anymore, right? So what you have to do is be that rare diamond. Come and go, scarcely. Text only a sentence. Don't write paragraphs. Don't send gifts. This person ignores you. They don't talk to you sometimes. They don't call you sometimes. Don't send them a card. Don't send them a gift. They don't deserve it. Let this person feel that they have a lack of you in their life, and then they will value you. That's when people start to come back, because you have then triggered something and taught them a lesson. Libra, that is your reading. I hope I was able to provide you with some clarity and some guidance in your situation. Do let me know in the comments below if this resonated with any of you. This was a good reading, though. It does talk about a lot of changes for yourself as well as this other person. But it's a lot about you being assertive, and I have noticed, and I've mentioned this before, a lot of us become so dependent on the person that they validate our own personality, our characteristics, everything. We are defined by them. We actually allow them to do this. What do I mean? If one day they don't say that you look pretty in that dress, You might actually think that you look ugly in that dress, simply because they didn't say you look pretty, but they might just be busy. You don't have to think like that. This is a matter of being assertive. Those that have lost their confidence, those that don't feel good enough, when a person ignores you, you feel like you're not good enough anymore. But that's not the truth here. This person does have feelings and emotions for you. So don't think that you are any less than what you were before. You're not. You're perfectly fine. Just be normal. Just be yourself. Because it's just the way the situation is rolling out here. There's a situation where there's distance. Not because this person hates you. It's nothing like that. But you need to start valuing yourself. Have that level of respect for yourself where you don't give in completely. It's unfortunate that we have to be like this in relationships, but we have to literally, I'm seeing a fishing line, you know, when you go fishing and there's the rod and there's a line. I'm seeing the fishing line that only throw it just a little far, but don't throw it all the way in. There's a limit. If you throw it all the way in, it'll go very far and it'll keep going, it'll sometimes even get lost. You pick up weird things that come back in. But if you throw it close by, there will be value. It'll be closer to you. The person will want to come closer to you. So this is something that you have to do. It's, you know, don't keep yourself too available all the time. You need to keep yourself a little scarce so that this person, just like I mentioned, just like a diamond, this person will value you. And that is what happens when you have the card with assertiveness. You have to let them know what you're comfortable with, what you're not comfortable with, because you have your own characteristics, your own personality. You are not mixing in or turning into what this person wants you to turn you into. You know, they may love you the way that they know how to love, but they might not love you the way that you want to be loved. And sometimes that's okay, as long as you don't turn into somebody completely different. Do not bend over backwards for this person to the point where your back might just crack. Yes, we can bend over a little bit, sure, but not too much, because we will no longer be the same person that we originally were, and we will lose ourselves. That's not what the celestial beings and God wants. That's not what they want. You have to be yourself, and if the person does not appreciate you, then somebody else will. And you just have to keep an open mind for that. My dear Libra, that is your reading. I hope I was able to provide you with some clarity and some guidance in your situation. Do let me know in the comments below. I'll see you guys again. You all take care and stay safe. Bye now.